I was woken up early, a couple days in a row, by the sound of a bird chirping. So I followed the sound and it led to the inside of the roof. When I pulled the roofing off, I discovered 3 baby sparrows were stuck there. It seemed the mother was unable to return to them. This was during summer in Australia, and this area gets extremely hot, so I was impressed the birds had survived so long. The first chick flew away immediately. The second chick had a little bit to eat, then flew away. But the third chick was much less developed. He didn't have his eyes open yet, and he wasn't going anywhere. He only weighed 14 grams. The mother normally feeds the baby birds. I bought some different bird foods and mixed them in a blender and fed him with a syringe. I named him Rory. Rory liked the comfort of small spaces. Whistling seemed to notify him it was food time, so I made a habit of doing this. When he was full, he would stop opening his mouth for more food. Rory would reverse up before pooping. This is natural and what they normally do in the nest. It keeps it clean by keeping poop out of the nest. Rory would do this excited flutter at times. I'm not sure why he does this. Maybe it's a way of exercising his muscles to build strength for flying.
Yeah.
Rory liked to hang out under my collar. I think the warmth and small space made him feel safe. Sometimes he would fall asleep there. During work, I had to drop Rory off at birdie daycare with my parents. Even a budgie was bigger than him and made him nervous.
He's scared.
On the car ride there, he would sometimes spot big birds and didn't know that he was safe in the car. Rory would find a small place to hide. I tried giving him some water, but he didn't want it yet. I tried giving him some seed, but he didn't want it yet. All that fluttering must have worked, as Rory started to fly. When I got home, he would fly up to me, just like a puppy seeing his owner. He would even come on demand when I whistled. I made a birdhouse for him. He took some convincing to use it. I realised Rory would have to transition back to the wild. Eventually this would be his outside safe house. Believe it or not, this is actually his happy face. Feeding time was exciting enough for him to leave his house. He didn't like his cage and was always excited to leave. I thought he was excited to eat, but often he was more excited to see me. Rory had a fascination with towels. I think it has something to do with how he finds food in nature. I had to transition Rory to normal food. I started by letting him eat the food paste himself. Later I would bake these so they were hard like seed. After he was used to that step, I tried birdseed again. Rory ordered Uber Eats, so I had to deliver. I moved his home outside so he could fly outdoors, but had a safe place to return to with plenty of food. He could see much larger birds flying over and would duck for cover.
You gonna fly to the trees?
Just a quick pre-flight check with some feather adjustments. Rory started sleeping outside and no longer needed his birdhouse.
You all happy? Hey? Yeah.
He would come to me when I whistled. The longer he was outside, the further away he would venture. Over time, he took longer and longer to return. This is the last video I have of Rory. He had fully transitioned to outside life and even found himself a girlfriend. It was fun seeing Rory grow up. As luck would have it, There were some more baby sparrows in the roof next year. I wonder did Rory and his girlfriend have something to do with this?